Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and I love sharing my thoughts, opinions, perspectives, advice with you. Appreciate you listening. Of course, one size doesn't fit all, so if you happen to disagree with something I said or maybe the approach to a problem, feel free to comment and start a dialogue with me. You may be able to teach me something that I didn't know before, and, well, I could learn something new. The thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is something that we all don't seem to have enough of, and I've had this conversation with Diana countless times. I don't know if I've ever really gotten through to her. Usually it's the case where I'll say something and then like 2 years later she'll watch some random dude on YouTube say the same thing and then say, someone said something you said once, and then she'll understand it. So I hope I'm the random dude on YouTube who says the thing to you that finally gets through. That's all I can hope for. The one thing, the most precious thing you have, the one thing that you cannot get back, that you need to guard with everything, every fiber of your being, the one thing, just one thing. And most people think the most valuable thing that they have is money. I'm not going to argue that, money certainly brings about certain things in life that we wouldn't have otherwise, at least the way that society works today. We don't live in a future Star Trek type of world, and we may get there eventually. But we have to rely on, certain factors to be able to live a life that we find most beneficial for us and our families. Money enables, no doubt about that, but that is not as precious as the one precious thing. And no, it's not the ring, the one ring to rule them all. Yeah, I know, the precious, I get it. I'm not going to try a Gollum impression. The one thing you cannot get back: time. That's the most valuable thing you have. Look around the room. It isn't any of that. Don't get me wrong. I love my Star Wars collectibles as much as anything. I like using technology because it enables me to communicate with people from all around the world and share my thoughts and perspectives. I have found some kind of path for me that I feel is the right path. But the one thing I can't get back, even after spending all that time bringing myself to this point in my life, is time. I can't go back. So instead of wasting that time, I choose to focus on the things that bring me pleasure and, or at least enable me to do things that might bring me pleasure. So, and I don't mean we should live a life of pleasure and luxury, but, pleasure to me is, going thrifting and finding, an emperor figure that I may not have had before, right? That's fun. That's a pleasure. I couldn't have just walked into the store and grabbed it. I needed to earn money and pay them, right? But I can always earn more money. That I could get back. I can recoup that cost in one way or another. But the one thing I can't get back is the time that I spent doing that activity. So I do my best to focus, especially in the times that I can control, the times that I'm not working, the times that I'm not doing something and being active in something. I do my best to recognize what needs to be done, take care of all my responsibilities, what time I need for myself, if only to mentally recharge, and the time that I can give to other people to do one thing or another, or to enable them. So when I go shopping for groceries, right, I'm spending that time so that we can eat. I'm spending that time wisely as opposed to doing nothing. And there are times that I might want to do nothing, just zone out. But I recognize that I feel better when I feel accomplished. That's me. Not everybody feels that way. But I feel like when I'm spending time on a product or a project that I might, want to see brought into my space, then I'm spending my time wisely. If I'm improving something, if I'm fixing something, addressing a problem, all of these things, you've got so much time in the day. So I've become very skilled at time management, knowing full well what I need to get done, what I might want to get done, what others need me to do, and how much time I might have in any given day. And I do my best to do everything I possibly can within that period of time when I'm not sleeping. That's me. Because I realize that if I waste that day, it's a day I can't get back. And so even there are times where Maybe I'm not doing anything. Maybe I'm not reading. Maybe I'm not learning. Maybe I'm not researching. Maybe it's I've got some spare time, right? There's nothing that I want to watch, on TV. That list seems to be getting shorter and shorter by the year. I think, well, maybe Jedi might want to do something. I'll ask if she wants to read a book. Or maybe she's playing with toys, and maybe she hasn't done something else, another activity that day. Or, we have time. I could spend more time. Because there's only so much time that I could spend with anybody. And so I'm very appreciative of anybody who would spend their time, your time, listening to me. Or hanging out with me virtually when I do the live streams on Twitch every night. Because I felt that I was at a point, it was really earlier this year, though I've definitely been creating content since like the dawn of the internet. Live video is certainly nothing new for me. But I got through 2020 and realized that I didn't have that sense of accomplishment. I didn't feel like I did much. I didn't feel like I had anything to show for that year that I just passed through. And 2020 was a tough year for a lot of people. But I realized that I did not want to waste that same time in 2021. And I thought, I'm going to create a goal for myself. I'm going to live stream every day. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to talk about. Don't know who's going to be there. But I'm going to do it. And that's been my goal. So I've been live streaming every day. And in those times, I figured out how to maximize the time that I'm spending with other people, broadcasting my thoughts with other people, interacting with them, answering questions, talking about stuff, showcasing the things that I pick up, what might be on my radar for one topic or another, staying in touch with others. So I'm spending that time with other people who are watching, but I'm also 3D printing now, and that was something I wasn't doing, in 2020. I'm getting back into doing more of the tech videos that some people know me for. I'm just slowly and surely getting back into it, though I know I can't do it like other people. I can only do it like myself. So I'm learning how to do things like myself and being satisfied with that and pushing my own boundaries and spending that time and maximizing the time that I spend on any given thing or with any person. So I'm constantly thinking about how to spend my time, and most importantly, where I know it's going to be a waste of time. I don't like wasting time. I don't like when other people waste my time. I don't like when I feel like I'm wasting my energy, when it's being drained from me, and nothing productive is coming from that. Nothing valuable, right? So I find myself, especially when it comes to interacting with other people, people may want to draw time from me. Hey, can we jump on a call? Can we make it an email? I'd rather it be an email. Don't call. I'd rather not talk. This meeting could have been an email. Hello. Because that's time. And I'm not even talking about a work-life balance. It's just time. And how you spend your time, you've got to guard it, but you also have to get stuff done. You can't just go through life not doing anything. You can't. Like, it's just not. It's not reasonable. Like, certainly not as an adult. That's what a child can do. But the older you get, the more you realize the things that you can't get back. And I don't just mean things that are physical things, those moments. And it's a balance. It's a trade-off, because there are going to be times that, like, man, I wish I could do this, but I got to do this. It's a balance. Time management's all the more reason to have time management and potentially even keep a task list so that you can have time management, because if you can't get things done or not in a timely manner, or you find yourself out of control, that's all the more reason to write things down so that you understand what balance you're dealing with. Otherwise, you're not going to have time management. It's going to escape you, and you're going to wonder what happened. It all got away from me because you didn't manage it. That's on you. Nobody else. You. Because time is the one thing you can't get back. Time is the one thing that you can't control, but you can control what you do with that time. So don't waste it. If you enjoy scrolling through social media feeds, fine. And if that's how you get your kicks, just understand that may lead to other things, potentially even depression and anxiety. So be careful about how you spend your time and the things that you say that you might enjoy. You might, but they're not necessarily just mindless activities. If it's not doing something for you in one way, shape, or form, as long as you've understood and accommodated that within the time that you have for the day, it's up to you. Just remember, you cannot get it back.